That was me after watching the One Piece movie. I mean, the movie was so good, it brought back some childhood memories of me wanting to be a pirate. And since I can't actually be one because it's illegal, doesn't mean I can't act like one. And today we're going to be doing more than just wearing costumes.
I'm making a boat.
But not any boat. I'm making a pirate ship. But the question here is, can I even make a boat? Guys, I am not an architect, and neither do I know the principles that makes a boat float. But that won't stop me from watching a YouTube video about it. The pirate ship needs to meet some certain standards before it earns that title. The tendency to float, pirate flag, treasures, of course, the captain, fellow crew member.
Hi, pirate.
Hi, mate.
Will you join my pirate crew?
What do you offer?
Hmm?
What do you offer?
Treasures.
Treasure.
A lot of treasures.
Let's do it, me hottest.
And most importantly, a cannon. The first stage of making a good boat is by drawing a good boat. So I started by putting my artistic skills into the paper, and in seconds I was done. Yet it needed one final piece that would actually make anyone tell it was a pirate ship. Pirate score. After drawing the boat, I then sorted out the materials I would be using to make it work. Choosing the motor was kinda tricky because one motor was small and efficient when it comes to battery consumption, while the other was a little bit bigger, more powerful, but less efficient. I chose the latter, and I won't be using the old battery because I have something better. Not this one though. I mean, it's just too heavy, though I'll be keeping it around for the tests. This sounds silly, but I was planning on using cardboard for the base of the boat. Well, that didn't work, which means that the only reasonable choice would be a styrofoam, and I'm only realizing that I don't have any. Just this little piece that has been my middleman for over 2 years. Just when I thought I had solved my one and only problem, I was hit with another. Apparently, styrofoams and instant glue don't work well together, which means I need to get another kind of glue. I'm going to the market.
Yay, I'm going outside. Yay.
The way to the market was surprisingly eventful. I saw a black fowl and then a white one. I saw a red Kiario. Oh, those two fowls were actually fighting. Turns out I want to go into the actual market anymore because I already found what I was looking for. Yes, this is my stop. I had the money, I got the package, and I was on my way back to home sweet home. I didn't want the motor anywhere close to water because of my past experiences, so I added the kind of shaft to it, which helped to keep the motor closer to the center and away from disaster. The base was looking too boxy, so I had to make it look sharp. Then I made the bottom edges look kind of smooth. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark. You between. Alright, it's not easy. Well, that was unexpected, and it also got me worried and curious at the same time. What if it doesn't move? I mean, what if it doesn't even float at all? Am I making a submarine? Well, those are just questions, and I had no answer to them, so I should just give the test and find out.
So I'm going to find a way to turn it on and then put this in this water. But first, let's see if it floats. No, no, it doesn't. So I'll try moving the battery forward.
So I've just got the answer I was looking for. It moves, but the problem is that this styrofoam is just too tiny, and I have to close it back because a lot of water was getting through it. The ship needed a steering system, so I made the easiest one I could make, and then I added this to the rear. There's no way I'll be doing all this without having cardboard, so I did add cardboard and batteries to the remote. Then the controller. Moment of truth. Will it work? Nope, it wasn't working. But I kept trying for a while and I was still getting the same results, so I stopped and then tried again with the main battery I was using for the ship. I eventually made it work partially after a lot of trials and errors, but that helped me solve the main problem, which means I only have one problem to deal with. You see, while I was doing the steering motor to the boat, I wasn't careful enough and I got glue everywhere, and I meant that literally, which included inside the motor, meaning it couldn't move anymore. So I had to take the whole thing apart to perform a miracle. Well, it wasn't easy, but I made it work after 3 hours. I'm going to give it another test in water and see how it performs. I made sure I added a lot of weight to it. That way, if it still floats, then it will definitely float afterwards. It's very dark outside now, and all I want to do now is to cover these parts, and we'll be done for the day. Alright, so it's day 2 and I want to start building again. And first of all, we have to cover these parts up because I don't want any of this to be showing. So I have to cut out the compartment that fits right inside of here. And when that's done, continue. The plan was to get the battery to 100% while I kept building the ship. Yes, I did brag about my artistic skills in the beginning of the video, but I'm starting to think not everyone appreciates good art. It's just not my best work. Oh, you're not supposed to see that. And guys, I had just a little space left in my phone, so I really couldn't view the whole process on camera. Try not to get lost. This was the part where I made the cannon, and only because I had some experiences in the past, I managed to make it ignite electrically. Do not try this at home. It's fully charged, so you can continue building. I added the battery, the switch, and the flag. The rest was done off camera. Alright, so I'm done building the boat, and this is what it looks like. The front part was made with matchsticks, and I added another flag to fill up what was going to be an empty space in the front. We're done building the boat, as you can see, and we're going to be testing it here. The water is kind of bad, so if it gets far from the range of the remote control, I would not be able to retrieve it. Yes, I already tested it twice, but not when it was finished, so I wasn't sure of what to expect, but fingers crossed. I hope it floats. Not staring that great, the rest of it was perfect, especially the cannon. And in the end, it had almost everything a pirate ship needed: a cannon, flags, a captain, and also a crew member. The only missing piece was the chest filled with treasures, but I believe you can help me achieve it by liking and commenting on this video. Until our next adventure, thanks for watching, and You can also check this video out.